What's going on, everyone? It's your boy Data J, all about the data podcast, episode 1. We're going to introduce everybody to the team, my co-hosts, partners, all of the above. We're going to go ahead and do the introduction. Go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel, subscribe to whatever device or software you're using to listen to this podcast. We'll be releasing some powerful episodes. We'll go ahead and have Jafar, Quant King J. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
This guy here. Feel like I'm part of football drafts. Yo, what's shaking, everybody? It's your boy, Quant King J. I guess otherwise, Jafar Campbell is my real name. Go by Quant King J on social media. I am from Miami, Florida. So I am right next to this guy, Data J. And currently, I am a systems engineer / network engineer / basically everything in IT that has to do with engineering. And I've been doing that for about 7 years now. That's all we want, Jay?
Yeah, we good. That's Quant King J. Make sure you follow him on Twitter at Quant King J. Everything's in the description, so if you need the spelling, you can go ahead and check it there. Next up, we got the co-host, Women in Tech. Y'all already know what it is. Shanice, talk to them.
Yes, so hey everyone, my name is Shanice. I live in Chicago, Illinois. I work currently as a global social media agent for a fashion retailer. I've been there for 4 years, but I've been working in customer service for 13 years since I was 16. Through mainly food retailer and fashion retail. So yeah.
That's what's up. Everybody got amazing stories. You guys already know, like I said, my name is Jamar. Gail is my last name. I go by Data J on all my social media platforms. I am in South Florida, Fort Lauderdale to be exact. Raised in Fort Lauderdale, but came from Toronto, Canada. So I am a dual citizen. Currently, I am a IT Tier 2 support specialist for ISP. For those who don't know what that means, that's Internet Service Provider. Started out as a Tier 1 tech support agent at Comcast in 2018. Actually got introduced into tech from Quant King J, aka Jafar Campbell. So that brings us to the All About the Data podcast. We'll go ahead and talk about the podcast and talk about some of the things that we have coming up that we're working on. So the ideal about the All About the Data podcast is to bring data professionals on to talk about their journey, whether they be new, experienced, mid-level, whatever the case is. We want to be able to have this platform to come on where you can talk about your journey, express what you're going on, and help other people by talking about your process. All three of us, we are currently pivoting into data. So we'll go ahead and talk about our journeys individually and how we got to where we are right now. Once again, you guys subscribe to the podcast. Stay tuned in for every episode that we have coming up. So Shanice, you want to go first? Talk about, how you got into data, what made you choose data,
Yeah. So towards the end of last year, that's when I started my transition into data. Before that, I was actually doing web dev in 2019, but my interest for it sort of fizzled out. So I took a break from data, just so I had time to think about where I really wanted to pivot and what role I saw myself in. So I left tech alone for a while, just focused on personal life, work life. And through my work, I came across Sprinklr CXM, which is a customer experience management tool that we use for our job. And they had this research analyst certificate, and I took it, and I found out the skills that they use matched the skills I already had, or the skills I want to master. So I did that. I researched data roles, and then I popped back onto Twitter. And then a few weeks later, I saw Teneika Askew. I believe that's her last name. I saw her tweet about Springboard's bootcamp. I applied, did the phone interview, the skills assessment, got in, and now I'm in their December 2021 cohort, and I've been loving it since.
Awesome. How is Springboard? Like how is their environment, their study environment, and everything like that?
So the study environment, they do offer a Slack channel for that, but I found that I prefer more intimate sessions. So I actually partner with someone that's also in the same cohort as me, and we study outside of it. But they do offer those services if you want to study with other people from your same team.
Okay, and it's called Springboard.
Yes, it's Springboard's Data Analytics Bootcamp. We can put that in the show notes, the link to that.
Got you. I'll make sure to put that in the show notes so we can go ahead and check that out for anyone that is tuned in. Mr. Quant King J.
This guy, yeah. What's shaking, brother?
Yeah, what got you into data, man? Well, actually, wait, Shanice, I wanted to mention something for you right quick. You know, in the customer service role, do you see any like transferable skills when it comes to data? Like things you do now that are familiar with the things that you're studying?
Yeah, I do like so with my job, I work with mainly the US, the UK, and the Canada markets. And we just monitor our social platforms for like possible escalations and for the customer's main point of contacts. And like we create these handovers. That way we can keep track of trends and make sure that we keep an eye on anything that might need to be escalated to.
Okay, so looking for discrepancies, analyzing. So yeah, analyzing discrepancies, things like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, Quant King J, talk to him. What's going on with your data world? How did you come into the dataverse?
Oh, should I really recommend say such a thing?
Welcome to the dataverse.
Well, basically, first things first, I had this guy here, Data J, constantly berating me on the cellular phone and saying me, "Oh, you need to get into data, bro. It's something that we do all the time," because me and Jamar love to research and do like a bunch of stuff. Just so you know, guys, sometimes I call him Jamar. Well, every time I call him Jamar, you guys know him as Jamar. I'm not gonna say why I call him Jamar. That's between our little secret there. But if I reference it as Jamar, just know I don't have anything wrong with my speech. That's just my little nickname for him. Anyway, as I was saying, basically I had Data J berate me on the phone constantly for months now how he was doing data analytics. And I was like, I'm not sure what the heck that is. Sounds like something to do with marketing because he's great at marketing. So when I finally said I had a cousin of mine that actually finished the Google data analytics course and he finished it, then I had another friend of mine and she kept on referencing like data and research. So I was like, you know what, let me take a look at this data stuff here and see what's really going on. And when I started to actually look into it, it did correlate with a lot of the research and analyzing the type of things that me and Jamar both do. So with that being said, Jamar is always right, as this other thing that we have going on. He turned out to be right again.
Hey, I just told you what the data told me. So
yeah. Yes. He told me about the data facts. So he basically told me about that, and he mentioned the Google data analytics course. And I guess I thought that was the best start to go from there. Seeing that I'm already in systems engineer doing IT, working with servers like Windows servers, Exchange servers, and things like that. I was already in the IT field, so kind of understood the basic troubleshooting, problem solving skill set that is required for data. So I just say, yeah, let me take a whack at it. Plus, it seems like a lot less work than troubleshooting servers and having to be on call when the server goes down at 3:00 in the morning, which is something I do not enjoy.
Oh my God. Yeah. I used to love dreaming about that. So I guess we'll pass the mic to me. So I actually, again, like I said, Jafar is the one who introduced me to tech in general in 2018. Prior to that, I was like, I didn't want to get into it. It was too much math. I was coming out of the music industry at the time. I'm also an entrepreneur. So things like tech, school, things like that was never really on my mind. I dropped out of college like 6 times. Started back though. This time I'm gonna stay in and finish. So stay in school if you're in school. Degrees are definitely powerful. Even though you can make it without a degree, but I want a CMO position one day, so I need my degree. But again, my background wasn't really like into school and into things like that. It was more so into entertainment, running businesses, scaling up businesses, and things to that nature. And so in 2018, I was also in a low point in my life. And so around that time, being in that low point, I decided to actually take on a career. And I wasn't sure about the different options of careers that you can take because, again, I never really paid attention to any of that stuff. I don't really believe in a plan B. I believe in plan A. I feel like if you have a plan B, that means you don't believe in your plan A. So I don't really do plan Bs. If I want to do something, I'm just going to make it happen. So that brought me into actually looking into tech. I started with the A+, very boring content to go through. Very boring. At that time, it was the 901 and the 902. Somehow I survived the studying and I ended up taking the test with CompTIA. I failed the test. I almost passed. And so by almost passing, even though I was discouraged, I was encouraged at the same time because being that I was never really a school person and the score that I did get just showed me that, okay, so I'm able to self-study, go take a test and at least retain some information. And so with that, I started to tap a little bit deeper into the technical world, started following people like Lab Every Day, shout out to Dewan Lightfoot, Network Chuck, shout outs to Network Chuck as well, started watching people like that, started watching Mike Myers, who's also popular, Professor Messer. And I really got attached to Lab Every Day because, somebody that looked like me and as somebody who was motivated about being a network engineer and working in that field. And, he would bring on guests. And so they made network engineering sound so fun, configuring VLANs, configuring VLANs, logging into routers and switches, So, I ended up switching from this A+ because I was like, okay, I really don't need the A+ for what I'm trying to get into. And I ended up switching to wanting to be a network engineer. So I was looking into the Network Plus. Shout out to CCIE by 32, CCIE by 30 on Twitter. She was also an inspiration into my mindset at that time. So wanting to be a network engineer, studying the Network Plus, studying the CCNA a little bit, working with Packet Tracer and things like that, really caught my interest into tech. And so that's why I ended up staying on this path. Now, coming into 2021, I actually ended up getting back into the music industry for a little bit. I worked at a local record label as a social media marketing manager. And at that time, I was dealing with analytics because, when you're setting up ad campaigns, you're looking at web traffic, you're looking at how the ad is performing, you're looking at how keywords are performing, you're looking at how your audience is responding, you're looking at all these analytics and you're using those analytics to create a story or to see how you want to tailor your ad or tailor your campaign to optimize it to work in your favor. So by doing this, it just made me realize the love that I had for marketing, because being that I was an entrepreneur and I ran businesses, I also did my own marketing. I did my own project management. I did all of those things. So I had like certain technical skills, I guess you could say, or non-technical skills within a tech environment without realizing it, because a lot of skill sets I've already been doing since forever, basically. So where was I going with this? Oh, so in 2021, around October-ish, I met Kiera, who's on Twitter as I am Kiera D. I tell everybody that's my mentor because she's the one who basically introduced and showed me that that data analytics was even a career path, that data analytics was, a field, like with data analysts, data scientists, data engineers. Like I didn't know anything about any of that. But as she was explaining it to me, I'm like, okay, this is very similar to what I was doing in marketing, minus the SQL and the Excel. And so by seeing that, I'm like, okay, this is something in tech I can actually relate to, myself. Like it's something that kind of matches my vibe and matches the things I want to do. So then I decided to actually pursue it. I had 2 consultations with her, and those 2 consultations, by the time I finished the second consultation, was around the time I decided to take the Google Data Analytics course. And I fell in love with that course, particularly because it was very beginner friendly, being that I didn't know anything about data analytics. And I didn't know anything about the terminologies, the technical jargon, the tools that we had to use. Never heard of SQL, that's for sure. So taking that course, I believe definitely was a nice introduction for me to make me decide that I actually want to do this. And I specifically want to do data analysts in a marketing environment, since that's my strong point. So that's mainly my story of how I got into data and why I chose data. So sorry for the long, drawn out story, but
I see. I need to make mine a little better. Shoot. Yeah. You snazzing it up, brother. Shoot.
Hey,
Shanice, you're muted.
You gotta use your own data to tell the story.
I know.
You gotta use your own data to tell the story, but
just blew us off the water.
Most definitely. I mean, if we got time, I could get into it more, because I do like how you did kind of get into some more explanation, because I think that is important to dive down, because a lot of people think that, I can't do IT because I'm not that type of person and stuff. And I mean, honest, like for me, I came from the same similar background. I mean, Jamar, me and him came from, because we used to be in the entertainment industry, and I was a DJ, and I DJ'd around and did all those things, but I also produced music as well. And you don't really look at the type of front end skills, like, oh, you DJ'd and you're playing records. But a lot of that DJing part was sorting out music and organizing it, which is similar to data and that analysis process, putting things in those folders, categorizing it, and knowing what to play when you have the right audience. I think is very important. That's some skills people may just look, oh, you just make music. But even if you produce or compose music, that is a form of you getting out a creative process and basically transforming your data into something that people can relate to. Because even beats, I mean, you got beats, a kick and a snare and a piano. I mean, all that comes together to make a symphony, and all of that is data in of itself, just a whole bunch of data compounded, so I think it's very important for us to relate to that. And I picked up finance when I was about 19. So that is a very pivotal role, because the reason why my name is Quant King J is because I love finance, and I'm actually a part-time day trader and trying to go full-time day trading in the next few years. And I got into data because I realized machine learning and data science and all of that kind of correlates with quantitative analysis that you'll use as a financial analyst. So I don't have a degree. 19, dropped out of college, and
I'm about to say you dropped out of high school.
Nah. We didn't get that far. But that doesn't mean you can't do it either. Anyway,
right. I actually almost dropped out of high school though. I remember when I was 16 years old, I was like, yeah, I'm done with this. This ain't for me.
I love school.
Nah, I hated school. I ain't gonna lie. Like,
school.
He's the only nerd here.
I won't say I didn't used to read, because I did have to read growing up, but I never
used to write books.
Yeah, I used to write books.
Right.
I used to write fictional books, though. I never really was into this personal development and educational things like that. That was a no-go. Like,
I write poetry too, guys, just so you know.
But what I will say is to encourage people who may want to go back to school, what self-studying did do for me is it did make me become interested in learning. And I feel like once you become interested in learning, school becomes a little bit easier because I'm in school right now, right? This is January 2022, just, you know, for those that are listening in 2040.
Okay.
I am in school now, and I'm actually doing my work. You know, I used to sign up for school. The first day would come, and I just wouldn't show up.
Yeah.
So this is the first time I'm actually showing up and doing the work. So, you know,
I think he's gonna do it this time, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
is.
I got it on my screensaver. Y'all probably can't see this, but I got it on my screensaver. Y'all know y'all can't see that, but
What's your vision board?
Yeah. So on my vision board, I got to graduate.
Yeah.
I got to make it happen. So, cool. Well, Shanice, did you want to add to your story? Do you want to put any icing on the cake?
Yeah, because Jay White had this grand story, just killed all of our stories.
I mean, my story is very mundane. Like, I just worked in customer service since I was 16, working fast food, grocery, retail.
What was your degree in again? You said you got your degree.
Yeah, my degree is in fashion merchandising.
Okay. So do you want to like stick to data within that realm, within fashion?
Yeah, I actually do want to stick to like retail industry and, you know, use my degree for some use for something. So tie that into data. Yeah.
So let me ask you, are you gonna like study like anything with e-commerce analytics?
Yes, that was down the line, but I actually do have it on my plan, my study plan.
Cool. Yeah, I want to get into e-commerce analytics too.
Yeah,
a lot of money in that, especially for marketing. Yeah, so
for sure.
That is cool. So moving on here, I want to ask any current projects that you guys are that we're working on. We can go ahead and just tell everybody the projects we're working on, any troubles that you've been having in these projects. So we'll go ahead and support the women in tech first. You know, we have respect when we grow up in South Florida, baby. Not really anywhere though.
Heard that.
but ladies first, what projects are you working on? How do you stay focused when you studying? All that good stuff. Give us the whole basket.
And tell them about the time you cursed out the if-then statements on Excel.
Oh, yeah, that was a whole thing. So I have two main projects. I have my tech blog through Medium. And then I also have a group project with Jafar by the way of Jamar from our Discord. So I have those two things. And I also have my boot camp. How I stay afloat, how I manage is my planner, my physical planner and my digital planner and my calendar. Those three things help me stay focused and have that tunnel vision going. And I also have a study plan for my boot camp. And then I also have a study plan kinda-ish for my tech blog as well.
Cool. So you study before you write. You study for your blogs, is what you're saying?
Yeah, I do like a rough draft for my blogs throughout the week, just like talking points I want to talk about and whatever reach out to me the best or like whatever I have the most research on, I'll tackle that first.
That's what college do, because I be trying to do that. I can't do it.
Yeah,
for real, that's something. That's what I'm learning. I'm learning that in school right now.
Because without it, like you're lost and you're kind of like not on a straight and narrow. Like you're doing this, you're doing that, and you just need to hone in. And
my first blog, I just freestyled. I just whatever came to my head, it just ended up on paper.
Yeah, I like a storyline. I like having a storyline with my stuff. Like it has to flow.
Yeah, I'm learning about that now. So I'll be doing more blogs soon, but I got so much going on. But speaking of that, shout outs to the All About the Data podcast. I'm going to get into that as soon as I let Quant King J. Just so everybody knows, I call him Farrakhan, you know.
Oh my God. J-Bar.
Hey, you said.
You know what? You just want to talk. I'm gonna tell you what J-Bar really means. Go on.
Wait, what it really means? Let us know. We don't know now. We don't know. Let us know what it means.
Oh man.
Oh, they don't know. Oh, J-Bar was a very famous rapper back in our time.
Hey,
Oh, yeah, our intro song for the podcast.
Hey, I told you I was in the music industry, but
you know, add that in.
A very famous
cool,
artist in South Florida.
But yeah, Mr. Quant King J, we gonna brand the name. I used to be Network J too, till I changed it to Data J. Data J is the rebrand, but Data J is bigger and better. But if you type in Network J on Spotify, you'll definitely still see my old podcast I used to have. So
you plug that in the show notes too.
And J-Mar.
and J-Mar too.
You'll see his music podcast.
But let's go ahead talk about like some of the projects you're working on, any difficulties you having, all that good stuff.
Projects, I mean, really, it's just a project with Shanice and our dog Lucky.
Lucky, shout out to Lucky.
Shout out to Lucky.
Shout out to Lucky. We're gonna have to bring Lucky on Twitter again.
What's that name on Twitter again? We gotta get Lucky.
I believe it's Lucky.
I think it's Lucky.
Live, love, Lucky. Shout out to Live, love, Lucky. She's out here. She's always traveling the world. Apparently, she's on the East Coast now, but she lives on the West Coast and the Mid Coast, all type of coasts.
We gonna
bring killing Lucky it on. In the project. She's killing it.
I'm gonna bring Lucky on. I'm gonna be like, Lucky, we need you on the show, man. I'm about to text Lucky right now. Tell Lucky we need
Oh my God.
No, I'm just.
It's good luck. It's good luck. She's good luck.
Yeah, go ahead. So you're working on the project with Lucky and Shanice.
Yeah, we're working on a project right now. Data J had the idea inside of the Discord, and for you guys who don't know, follow the Discord. We just hit over 1,000 followers, so and that is a pretty thriller. We have lots of resources in there and things of that nature, but we also do a bunch of study groups, and we comprise a study group sometimes of 3 to 5 individuals, and basically pull a resource data set from Kaggle or any other database that you guys could find, and construct a project from that. So right now we're working on some type of sort of like a sales marketing project, and our beautiful Shanice created this great outline. She's very great at outlines, guys. Like she creates outlines for everything, and we have no choice but to follow it. It's just
she adds fashion to the outline.
Yeah,
swag.
I love flair.
Yeah, a little flair to it. So yeah, we got this data set basically comprised of sales stuff and information about the customer, and created this fictitious company, and basically said that, hey, they have requests of who's their top client, who should they be marketing to, what is their top product, and things of that nature. So we are working on that right now, and using all types of stuff like Tableau, Excel to do the visualizations. And
don't go too deep into it now. You know, you've got the app on the line with us.
Oh yeah, Data J has his own study group, so he be stealing that idea.
He like to be in everybody's DMs.
Yep, he be trying to figure out the whole plan. And so
yeah, I do.
So we got
they call it extracting the data from your competitors to do market research.
Don't come into Discord. Sorry guys,
we got to do market research.
We don't have any
privacy. We see how you move.
Data J is coming for all your data.
All about the data. That's what it's called.
Kids hide your wife, boy.
So yeah, I talk a little bit about my projects. First off, I want to say that me and SQL are beefing, and SQL owe me some money. So yeah, SQL owe me some money. So I'm gonna need my salary to be looking right on point.
Network.
Because these queries, they've been attacking me. So and I don't know where they're coming from, but I need to find their selection. You feel me? So I can see where they're coming from.
They're coming from those inner joins, them Join tables.
Yeah, the joint. Oh my God, join tables.
Man.
Shout out to W3 school though. I'm gonna go on W3 school and I'm gonna get the join tables right.
Yeah, true that.
Yeah. So, but I finished the Google Data Analytics course, which had a plethora of projects in it, from data cleaning to data visualization to data collection, all that good stuff. And I think I had a lot of fun in R. R was pretty dope. Creating bar charts, bar graphs, and scatter plots and things like that. R was pretty dope. I'm also in a group. We're also working on a project as well. So far, we've done pivot tables. We created a table in Google Sheets. We created some visualizations on Tableau. Tableau is my favorite. I'm a big Tableau fan. I might call myself Tableau J instead of Data J. Maybe.
Here we go.
Yeah. I don't know. Tableau J sound like it go a little harder. Maybe, that could be my second person. What they call it? Not second person.
Persona.
My alter ego. There you go. My alter ego is Tableau J. But I'm me and Power BI. We could be cool too. But Tableau J is the main one.
So a spoon coon.
Yep. So that's the A spoon coon is Tableau. But I like visualizations, and again, even when I was doing marketing, I was doing visualizations using softwares that wasn't as popular, but it was basically the same thing. So that could be one reason why I actually like Tableau. So, but now that I finished the Google course, I plan to work on about 3 to 4 projects to put on my resume. Particularly, I want those projects to be in marketing, since I want to be a marketing data analyst. So I think you guys should do that too. Like for your personal projects, try to keep them towards like the field you're trying to get into. So when you do when you go into interviews for those fields, you can kind of have projects that are related to that. You don't want to go into fashion and you're talking about like food or something.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. If you look, like most of my Tableau stuff is retail. It's like based off retail dashboards and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that's the best way to do it for sure. But yeah, I think all about the data. So the whole reason why all about the data even started, just to take a quick commercial break. All about the data started in November of 2021. I had no intention for it to be what it is right now. It kind of just blossomed. So, my quote in life is whatever you plant, the seed you plant that you water is going to eventually grow. So I guess I planted a seed that I wasn't aware of. So I started the Google course in August. They said that it takes up to 6 months. I've seen people said they did it in 2 to 3. So when I signed up for the course, my goal was to complete it in 2 months. Biggest lie I told myself. 2 months turned into 3 months. 3 months turned into 4 months. So I was like, okay, what did I do in 2018 when I was studying for the A+? I was documenting my journey. I was creating YouTube videos. I was posting on LinkedIn. So I said, all right, I'm going to do that again this time. I started documenting my journey on Twitter. Started documenting my journey on LinkedIn. And then I was like, cool. Now I'm a person that, I have to ask questions when I'm learning, especially that since we're doing self-paced courses. I was like, let me create Discord. I always hated, let me not say that Discord might not sponsor us, but I wasn't the biggest fan of Discord in the beginning. For some years.
I thought you hated Slack. You didn't like Slack.
I didn't like Slack neither, but I didn't like Discord neither. I won't say I didn't like them. I'll probably say I didn't understand them. Because every time I would get in there, I'm like, so much people talking. How could you do anything in here?
Now we have 1,000 members and over 100 channels.
Yeah, but see, at the time, remember when it first started, there's only like 50 of us in there. I'm like, all right, cool. You know, we turning up, we get, you know, we conversating, we doing what we got to do.
Yeah, we had 50 people.
50 turned to 100, 100 turned to 200, 200 turned to 300. I was like, whoa, what was going on?
I turned my notifications off because every morning it was like, ding, ding, ding. I'm like,
it's going down now. I mean, I wake up 3 a.m, I see people still joining. I'm like, oh, we went global with it. Well, shout out to Nigeria too. I ain't gonna lie, Nigeria is in the Discord heavy. Much love to Nigeria. I met a lot of amazing people in Nigeria. So, but yeah, the podcast started. I just like to talk. You know, I like to do what we doing right now. So, my last podcast I actually did solo, and I was gonna do this one solo, but I was like, it'd probably be more fun if I had some co-hosts.
So you went to bother Jafar.
Yep, I went to bother Jafar because I involved Jafar in everything. And then I was like, it would be nice to have a woman in tech on here, you know, because women in tech is doing the thing right now, kicking doors down.
Absolutely.
So that's why I had to holler at Shanice. For those who don't know, that's my twin. That's not my twin, but it's my twin at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. You know. So, you know, that's why I ended up having podcasts. And I want to shout out to Art of Network Engineering. You know, they definitely inspired me to get co-hosts too without knowing it. They don't know they inspired me, but I listened to their podcast when it first came out. And I was like, I just loved the way they were all interacting with each other and everybody was able to tell their story. So that's why we, you know, that's why I ended up just deciding to get co-hosts. But Shanice, where are we at on the list? Let's see.
We are at what's expected, topics, speakers, future endeavors. Because you already talked about why you created, right? Yeah, I just did that.
Yep. So future endeavors. My future endeavors is to get a job in data.
Sounds reasonable.
Right. Pretty straightforward.
That's my future. You know, don't get me wrong.
Future for the podcast. Where do you see the podcast
going?
The
podcast going.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. So future endeavors for the podcast.
Silly.
Just so you all know, that's J Mar's focus. I'm glad we got that down.
All right. Well, I gave my personal future endeavors, right? So my personal future endeavors is to become a marketing data analyst within e-com or tech. I could do entertainment too, since my background's in entertainment, but I would prefer e-com or tech. But for the podcast itself, it's really just to have people come on and tell their story, you know, have professionals come on and tell their story, have new people in data come and tell their story, you know, whether you're a new employee or you're just studying. You know, my mindset is if you out here cleaning data, extracting data, running queries and creating visualizations, you're already a data analyst. You're just waiting on the job. So, you know, with that being said, just a place where people can learn, you know, people's questions can get answered. We can bring some clarity to people through this podcast because, you know, you step into YouTube, you step into Twitter and it's a jungle. It's like, oh my God, I got to learn this. I got to learn this. I got to learn this. I got to learn 100 things before I can get a job. Then you look on the job description, you only got to know like 3 to 5. It's like, oh my God, what was I doing?
Yeah.
So, you know, help bring clarity to people and also just give people a chance to, you know, shine and give people a chance to, you know, tell their story and help who we can help, you know, help who we can help. I listen to Eric Thomas a lot. Shouts to Eric Thomas.
Oh, boy.
And one thing that he says is, he don't got a 3-year plan. He don't got a 5-year plan. He just wake up every day and do it. So right now, that's really where I'm at with it. I'm just waking up every day and doing it. And, you know, however big the podcast get big, you know, but I still want a job in data, no matter how big it get. I still want to work. So, yeah. But what's you guys' thoughts? Your attitude?
I mean, I'm at the same point as you.
No, I got
I'm
a dope
expecting
question.
the same.
I got a dope question for you. what made you say yes? Oh,
to the podcast?
Yeah. What made you say yes to wanting to be a host? And you know that you was gonna be the only female for right now till we find another one. What made you say yes?
Honestly, what made me say yes was you. You was the sole reason, the main reason why I said yes. Because if it was anybody else that asked me, I would not be here right now. But yeah, it was you. And I mean, I'm being for real. I'm being honest.
I just imagine you just walking off the camera like, yeah, I'm not.
Yeah, I mean, like, for some of us out here, like, you're a good source and you're like a good person, you're a good friend, and you make people feel like they can actually do things that they put their mind to. If they actually follow through with it. So you, and also I guess Jafar too. I say yeah because he was on here, you know. He cool, he decent. But yeah. And also I wanted to get outside of my box, outside of my comfort zone, because I hate public speaking. But last year I did like pray and talk to God. I'm like, if you give me the chance, if you give me the opportunity, I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna run with it. So that's what I'm doing on 2022.
That's what happened.
Running with it.
Plant the seed is gonna happen, but that's good though. Presentation skills is important within data. So
yeah, it's a big
so this is definitely a good opportunity to do that. Yeah. What about you, Network J? I'm just playing Quant King J.
Hey, boy. Yeah, you know, networking don't get along too well. Honestly, J-Mar did the last podcast by himself. So I was like, this is actually something I pretty much like. Because when he was doing the Network J podcast at that time, I realized I didn't like networking and just cared to do the systems engineer stuff. So really, because it was data and I was kind of realizing, all right, cool, data is kind of something I like to do because I like the research. It could turn to something, and I like talking too. I got a pretty loud mouth as well, so
yeah,
you do.
I think,
hey.
I think another thing I want to throw in there too is you know, just like people see people like themselves, you know, to see more people of color like doing stuff like this. Because again, when I got into tech into 2018, it was seeing people like Diera, who's CCIE by 30 on Twitter, seeing people like Lab Every Day. You know, it was like seeing people that was like down to earth, not really trying to dress up in a suit and welcome to our podcast. You know, like they were just being themselves. You know, and it's like dang, they make it sound cool. Like, you know, he dressed in the hoodie. You know what I'm saying? Just with the hat backwards. I'm like, dang, pretty cool guy. He just
walking to the water cooler.
Yeah, talking about tech and talking about, you know, how it changed his life and everything like that. So I think, you know, like just seeing people like us, you know, talking about data, making it sound cool, you know, in our lingo, you know, because not all of us came up in a professional environment, you know. And so for those who didn't come up in professional environments, they could like relate and, you know, change their lives. And I'm big on changing people's lives and helping them change their lives. You know, even if I don't get to where I want to be, if I help somebody else get there, then I feel like I fulfill my purpose at the end of the day. So that was also something I would throw in there too, that I like about the podcast. And I came from the entertainment industry, so I love to entertain, you know. So what you see is what you get. Y'all better take my corny jokes. Y'all better take my corny jokes. They are
super corny, bro. Super corny.
Yeah, but you know what? They always make people laugh. You want to know why? Because I know how to say it. It's all about how you see. It's not about the joke. It's not about the joke. It's about how you say the joke. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh man. But we could go ahead and get ready to wrap this up. We about to hit the hour mark in like 12 minutes. Let's see.
12 minutes. Oh yeah, we have to do our Tech Titan and call to action. So where can viewers listen and watch? And we're going to mention all the links down in the show notes as well.
Yeah. So whatever device you're using, whatever platform you're using to listen to this, go ahead and just subscribe, follow. It will be on YouTube, of course, because YouTube is the GOAT, greatest of all time for those who don't know.
I'm actually trying to get a sponsor.
Now, YouTube is actually king, though. YouTube been around for a very long time. I have not seen nobody challenge YouTube yet.
That's true.
So YouTube,
that's interesting. You haven't seen that, huh? There's literally no other source.
No other YouTube.
I mean, Reddit's pretty cool.
Reddit is a forum, YouTube.
Like
talking about a video platform.
Like YouTube.
True. Yeah. They got that on.
I mean, even with TikTok, you still like people still come to YouTube even with TikTok.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's pretty crazy. Nobody even they probably tried, but
there's places that have tried. I'm not going to say their names. I don't want them to be mad at me, but there's
those sponsors too, huh?
I don't think they're around anymore, sir.
But YouTube is the top. But you can definitely subscribe on YouTube, Spotify for sure, Apple Music will be the main 3 that we have. But go ahead and drop a comment or reach out to us if you think there's another platform that we should be on. But I know those are the top 3, and we'll definitely just keep it there for now. We do have a website coming soon, so you guys can tune into that. We'll probably have some special things on there, so we'll keep y'all posted with the launch date. This launch wasn't like some full drawn out, like we took 6 months to put it together. It's one thing I learned as an entrepreneur is if you're going to do something, just do it. You don't want to get stuck in the preparation phase. You're better off just starting and figuring out things as you go. And that has never failed me. So, anybody can challenge me to it, but I go based off facts that I've seen in my life. So, so that's the call to action right there. Follow us all on Twitter at DataJInTech, at QuantKingJInTech, at ShandyTech _
Wait, I'm just Quant King J. I'm not Quant King J in tech. This guy here.
No, I said Shandy. Oh, I said in tech?
You did, yeah.
Oh, hold on. Rewind the cameras. Let's do it one more time. So follow me on Twitter, DataJInTech, Quant King J, and Shandy Tech. That's SHANI Tech _
Yeah.
Oh, and don't forget to follow the channel too, _ all about the data. No, all about data, because somebody has all about the data and they don't want to give it up.
He's still mad about that.
And they don't even use it. They don't even use it. They created it in 2020 and not even one post. And they're only following 13
human
people.
over there. Just live it.
That's pretty cool.
Anyways, let's get into this tech site. Brought to you by Shanice because it was her idea, so she has to bring it out.
You came up with it at 2:00 in the morning, guys. It was this whole.
It's crazy. Man, 2:00 in the morning, I was busy fighting with Dinobot because Dinobot did not like me trying to automate
that was
the
crazy.
Discord. Man. But look,
I get a text message in the morning like, the Discord is broken. I'm like, what the hell is going on with y'all? I'm trying to take a shower.
But automating Discord is the best thing I did, though. So, but yeah, Tech Titan.
Yeah, so I thought it would be cool to dedicate a portion of the show to highlight people in tech that we see killing it, doing the thing, and just our way of showing them we see you, we appreciate you, we respect the work that you're doing out here. And so for our first Tech Titan, I wanted to nominate Teneika Askew. On Twitter, it is Teneika Ask _you.
Teneika.
I wanted to, shout out to Teneika. I wanted to nominate her just because daily she's always providing free resources on Twitter, on LinkedIn, and she also has services as well, consultations that you can take with her to figure out where you want to be in data. And I see you and we respect what you're doing. We appreciate you.
Yeah, much love to Teneika, man. She's the GOAT for real. Make sure y'all follow her. That's one of my virtual mentors. She probably didn't know, but she'll know now. We definitely got to get her on the show. Definitely gonna get her on the show. We got some people coming on the show now. Y'all just tune in.
Yeah, I'm excited.
We got some of y'all favorites. You never know who you're gonna bring. We ain't announcing nothing. You just got to wait till it come out.
Not you bringing Tim Cook on here.
Call us Hot Data 97.
You just gotta wait. I feel like I sound like a radio host, like this whole episode.
You really did, but it's cool. It's cool.
Oh,
yeah, but yeah, we gonna have some nice guests on here. And if you want to be on here too, definitely reach out to us at the email. Our temporary email right now is all about Data One. Shanice, you're on mute.
She's having technical difficulties over there. There we go.
Oh, I got it. It's all about the data1@gmail.com. We'll have that in the show notes too. That's the temporary email. We'll keep y'all updated as it changes. But all about the data1@gmail.com. If you want to get on the show, talk about your journey, talk about some projects you're working on, or even give people advice, we got room for you. So
not come over to Death Row.
We got room for you. Come to All About the Data Records. Come to All About the Data
another rectangle thing right next to Data J.
Yeah, drop some hits on the people. We need them. We definitely need them. So let's see. I think we covered everything that was in our show notes. We actually went for the full complete hour. We did it. Thank you guys for supporting the launch. Thank you guys for supporting All About the Data. Make sure you join the Discord and reach out to people in the Discord. I know that you guys love me and I love you guys too, but I am not a professional. I am a student just like you and I'm still trying to get it right. So that's why I created
You're that beacon of light. What you mean?
That's why I created the Discord so all of us newbies could come together. We got experts in there. Oh, shout outs to, I think his name is Brian Graves. Let me make sure. I definitely want to give a shout out and I want to make sure I say his name right. Yep, Brian Graves. He's actually has 15 years of experience. He also has courses and he is in the Discord and he actually took time out of his day today to go on Discord video live and help one of the students with a Python project. So again, I know you guys love me and I love you too, but I'm in the same boat as you. I will be in the same boat as you for at least 2 years. I will not be a teacher anytime soon. I won't be a teacher at all, but I'll definitely entertain you with this podcast. And I'll definitely make sure I have some experts in the Discord to help you out. So please join the Discord. We hit over 1,100. We're trying to get to 10,000 by 2023, not 2040. So help us out.
Hey, Mom, we're going to be at like 10,000 by like freaking April.
March. Right.
Yeah. Exactly.
But that's my closing statement. I'll let you guys give your closing statement out and then we can wrap it up.
Okay.
Shout out to my mom. She probably not gonna watch this,
Mama, we made it.
Mama, we made it. You know what it is. Shout out to my dad. He dang on sure ain't watching it. But yeah, man. Definitely, we're here to entertain y'all and talk about data stuff. And I'm gonna do the finance side. So
data stuff. I like that. We should have a section called data stuff. Let's talk about data. We could just
decide what we're talking about.
We can create 10 minutes to decide and be like, let's just talk about data stuff. I like that.
Yeah, maybe like what's
tech,
going on.
So we have Tech Titan. We have the Tech Titan moment, and then we have the let's talk about data stuff.
Yeah, probably like some type of news thing that's like going on.
We can talk about those trends that Shanice be looking up.
Oh, see? Okay, then we got it.
True. No, we really could. Yeah, that'd be a nice little segment.
See, y'all getting exclusive. Y'all getting behind the scenes footage of what's going to be happening.
We about to put this in the blooper section. It's going down. Let's shoot.
But go ahead, Shanice, close out what you want the people to know. Mama, we made it.
I want them to know that these fellas are awesome. They're probably the best thing since boba tea.
The best thing since shoestrings.
Boba tea hard to beat. You can't beat no boba tea.
Okay, let them know. Let them know. But no, like I'm excited to get this show started. I'm excited to bring on speakers and to learn along the way and to document our journey via this channel. So yeah, I can't wait.
Awesome. Well, once again, we appreciate you guys tuning in to All About the Data podcast.
Yes.
Go ahead and subscribe to the channel, join the Discord, follow us on Twitter, subscribe to YouTube, and we will see you guys in the next episode.